It all started when my uncle, Jack, came to my parents' house when I was broke in my parents' basement, trying to figure out, well, what am I going to do with my life? And I had come to the conclusion that real estate is something that I was really excited about. I had read that book, Retire Young, Retire Rich by Robert Kiyosaki. And all of a sudden, my uncle came in one day. Didn't even know he was coming to the house. And he was working on these big sliding glass doors down in my basement where my bedroom was, and also where my my table and chair was that I called a desk as I was working in my parents' basement to try to figure out my life. And he was working on this door, and I was doing my thing when it came to real estate and what I was going to do in the future. And my uncle was like, "Hey, so what are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I just graduated college, tried to get a job. It didn't work out so great. I got this little job over here, this cube job, and today I got the day off. And so I'm focused on my future." And he goes, "Well, what's your future going to be?" And I said, "Well, I think my future is going to be real estate." And it was right then when he said, "Oh, you want to get in real estate, but I thought you had a computer programming degree." And I was like, "Yep, you're right, Unc. I do have a computer programming degree. Thanks for reminding me, because everybody seems to be reminding me of that. But I've decided that real estate and investing is the way that I can live life on my terms, and I can build a business and be that entrepreneurial spirit that I was." And he was really excited about that. And so Jack and I started talking about real estate, and he started talking to me about the different things that he's done with real estate and how it's helped him increase his net worth, how it's helped him learn about real estate, because he's built multiple different properties. And it was funny because as we started talking about it, now my uncle, you have to understand, is he has ADD. I mean, he will admit it. Everybody knows it. Love the guy. But he can go 7 different directions all at once. So in the middle of this conversation about him telling me how real estate's benefited him, he goes, "Oh, wait, let me tell you something, Murph." I said, "What's that?" He goes, "I have a house that I'm building. It's an $800,000 house I'm building over in Lakeville, Minnesota." I'm like, "Oh, really, Unc? Well, that's cool. So you got a general contractor or builder you're working with?" He goes, "No." And this is classic my Uncle Jack. "No, I'm going to build it myself." Like, what? He goes, "Yeah, I'm the general contractor and I'm doing a whole bunch of the work." I said, "Well, how did you learn how to build a house?" "Oh, well, I had built a cabin before, and I had built another house when I was younger. So I've done this before." I'm like, "You've built homes before on your own as the general contractor and also as the laborer or tradesman that's doing work to the house?" And he said, "Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you do it like that?" Now, right there, that alone, Jack, my uncle, why wouldn't you do it? This is the best part about my uncle. The best part about him as he became a mentor to me, because what I decided to do was I said, "Hey, Unc, well, do you need any help building that house over in Lakeville that you're working on right now?" He said, "You know what? I actually would love some help because it's a lot of work doing it by myself." And I said, "Well, what do you pay a kid if he decides to help you out? Because I am your nephew, you got to take care of me." And it was funny because he goes, "You know what? I'll pay you $10 an hour." I said, "Unc, $10 an hour? I got a college degree. I have an MIS college degree. $10 an hour. You can do better than $10 an hour. How about $15 an hour, Unc?" He looks at me, goes, "Hey, kid, $15 an hour." He goes, "I'm not rich. How about 12?" And I said, "You got a deal." And that was the best story because I told him, I said, "You know what? My labor isn't cheap. And at $12 an hour, it was the best investment I think he made and I made." Because to this day, I still tell that story of me jumping off my seat and jumping into the game. And that's exactly what I did when I negotiated that $12 an hour opportunity with my uncle to spend time with him, to learn about building a property with him, to literally build the property with my own 2 hands. I laid wood floors. I built tile showers. I framed things. I built moldings for posts, like these intricate wood posts that he taught me how to make. I learned so much. I learned about roofing. I learned about windows. I learned about products. I learned about pricing. I learned about so much at that time, and I knew nothing. And I sure as heck didn't know I was going to end up in this chair that I am today as a real estate developer building multi-million-dollar houses. But I can tell you that as having Jack, my uncle, as my mentor, he opened my mind to so many different things, and he allowed me to jump out of the plane. So, today in 2021, I'm committed to doing a lot of different things. And I wanted to tell you guys that story because for you as a value-driven investor, you need to focus on finding that mentor, just like I found my Uncle Jack. You need to get that opportunity because to overcome fear, you have to have the opportunity and you have to create the experiences that allow you to understand what you're investing in, just like I did with Bitcoin and just like I did with my Uncle Jack when I got into real estate. I had to get the experiences on my belt so I had a better understanding and a better knowledge of what I'm going to do.